Hey folks, what a great day today. A little bit clouds, 20 degrees Celsius, that's like 69, 70 Fahrenheit. Perfect weather. I don't like it warmer than that, and preferably not winter either, because then it's kind of impossible to do things outdoors. So yeah, small update. Was a while ago. The pickup truck is running, diesel heater is running. If you saw my last update, I got some new rims for it, 35-inch tires. Pretty happy with it. So yeah, there is some small things to do. I think, I have to repaint the door here. And last summer I rebuilt the whole front axle, so there is all new U-joints, all new bearings, all new bushings, what do you call them, ball joints, and yeah, pretty everything. Just the front end alignment, I made it myself with a tape measure. Pretty good, but still I would like to make it on a computer. So there's also the engine has developed, or it has always had since 2018 when I bought it. It has always had a small ticking noise, which, since I found one broken glow plug, of course it was Autolite glow plugs, a tip broke off, so I'm assuming there is a tip stuck on the piston head, slapping towards the cylinder head. But now it has become a little bit worse last year, so I'm thinking of rebuilding the engine. But it's also a work truck. I use it fairly much, so I don't want to tear out the engine and rebuild it. That's going to take too long time. I have a little bit too much to do all the time. So the 350 diesel I'm rebuilding has been a year, and I have not assembled the block even, because it's pretty much I'm working too much for others and too little for myself. I'm trying to change that. Made a longer shifter. That's really nice, like a American trucker. There's the cell phone. It's not on right now, but those are gonna stop working soon, since they're gonna close down the GSM network next year in Sweden, I think. For now it's working, but so yeah, I'm thinking about I'm trying to find an IDI 7.3 IDI in Sweden. Used one in working condition that I know don't have a cracked block or cavitated cylinder walls or something, and then maybe rebuild it while this one is still running. Then I can run it as it is, and then I have a rebuilt engine probably in a year or so. I am aiming to run like bigger turbo and bigger injectors and other cam R&D IDI performance. That's a good website for all those things. That's one option. The other option is just to purchase a turnkey engine from Justin at IDI. I have emailed him right now, and let's see what the price can be. I sold my Oldsmobile. Sadly, there is no Oldsmobile anymore, which is a bit sad, but also I will focus on this one. So maybe, yeah, I have money for a turnkey engine, so that could be an option. But let's see how long time it can take for him to deliver an engine as well. It might as well be worth it to rebuild one myself. I'll see. There is not much rust on this truck. Nothing in the frame, nothing underneath, nothing at all. I'm spraying it with linseed oil every fall. The only thing there is like small things like here and on that door there. So yeah, it's fixable. Definitely worth investing in this truck. I rebuilt the whole transmission, all new bearings, all new synchro mesh rings, transfer case, new chain, new bearings, new bushings, rear axle, new Eton torsion differential, new bearings, wheel seals, brakes, everything. So pretty much the whole driveline is completely rebuilt except for the engine. So yeah, it might be worth investing in this truck actually. And I might have it for another 10-15 years at least. There is my temporary workshop, mobile workshop on a trailer. I would like to build a workshop soon. I have where I'm working on the 350DX engine. I have a workshop at my parents' house. I bought this 5 years ago. Still ongoing restoration. It's half green, half red. Actually 3 walls on the house are green. So now this summer I'm gonna finish the last wall there and build out the entrance a bit and make a new bathroom there. So this is also taking plenty of time. Installed solar panels 2021, before all the electricity prices went crazy. Now actually today there is minus prices, so I don't get shit paid for this electricity I'm selling from the solar panels, which is a bit pity. So that leads to next thing. I bought an electric car, or actually 2. No, I've had this electric car, I've had this for several years now. This one I recently bought. It's a right-hand drive, being a mail delivery car. Renault Kangoo. I'm not so religious about things. I mean, I'm not either diesel or electric or anything. I would like to have a hybrid on that one. A little electric motor in between the transmission and transfer case, so I could run it on electricity short distances, because I have free fuel up there generated by that one, pumped into that one, so I can drive completely for free. This car here, I bought it for 15,000 kronas, Swedish kronas, 1,500 euros, approximately same in dollars. Super cheap. It's running, driving. It had plenty of dents in it. I pushed out a lot of them from the inside, but it still looks pretty bad. But it's running, it's driving. It's a 2020 model. What was it? 6,500 kilometers? No, 65,000 kilometers. What's that? That's around 4,000 miles. 40,000 miles, sorry. So I recently bought it and I'm gonna keep it because it's a really cheap means of transportation, actually. And also I really hate, as you might know, really hate modern things with electronics, and especially digital electronics. So this is the kind of the only electric car that has a normal fucking dash with normal fucking gauges. I mean, not a fucking screen display motherfucking shit. Sorry for this rant, but yeah, I really hate it. So I know there is like CAN bus and electronic shit inside this, but that's how it is. As I say, there was electric cars before. I would like to have that one hybrid, so I can run it short distance on electricity and longer distance on the V8 diesel. I would really like to have a Henry Kilowatt. That was like an American built electric car based on a Renault Dauphine or something. Quite cool car. So yeah, but these ones have a decent range. The new one has a 33 kilowatt hour battery, has like 180 kilometer range. What's that? 160 kilometers is 100 miles, so 120 miles maybe range. The old one is a 2012 model, the new one is 2020, old one is 2012. Smaller battery, 22 kilowatt hour battery, shorter range, like 100 kilometer maximum. In winter maybe 60 to 70 kilometers, and also slower charging. I'm gonna sell this one now. I'm changing wheel bearings and things to get it through the inspection, and then I'm gonna sell it. I think it has like 13,000 kilometers or 130,000 kilometers right now. What is that? 82,000 miles ish. I mean, it's a Renault, it's a fucking French car, so I had plenty problems with the front suspension, all the joints and everything. It's a dinky toy, and since the electric motor has plenty torque, it wears out everything quickly. Let's see if we can pop the hood a bit and have a look. That's how it looks like. Normal 12-volt battery there for the lights and stuff. This is the charger actually. The top thing here looks like a valve cover for a gas engine or diesel engine, but it's the charger. So the 230 volt AC goes in there. This is the connector for the AC compressor. This is the connector for the heating. This one goes to the battery. This one goes to the electric motor. And there is an electric AC compressor, of course. Yeah, that's that. As I say, I'm not like religious about what fuel to run. I just run what is cheapest. There is the battery, hanging pretty low. So far has been okay. The new one has a bit better battery that is a bit wider and doesn't, yeah, it hangs quite low as well. There it says something. So also what is good, the old one has electric heating with a grid heater, like a PTC heater inside the heating system that runs on the 400 volt directly from the battery, 400 volt DC, which takes a lot of power in the winter, of course. So what is really smart here, that Renault thought about that and they equipped them with diesel heaters. You might think, oh shit, burning diesel on an electric car. No, I mean, since this Renault Kangoo is a diesel car from the beginning, it's made as a diesel car, so they just swapped the diesel engine with electric motor and swap the fuel tank for a battery. That's why the battery is like a bit misplaced there. But they do have a fuel cap and everything. So Renault was a bit, French people was a bit smart there once. And they swapped out the big tank for the battery, but then they placed a small 10 liter tank. That's like 2 gallons. No, that's 2.5 gallons, 3 gallons. Sorry, 3 gallons of fuel, diesel, running a small Eberspecher. In US it's called ISPAR diesel heater underneath there, connected with water hoses to the heater core that is usually connected on a diesel engine to the diesel engine. So there is a small water circulation system. So when you press a button, it deactivates the PTC heater and doesn't take power from the battery, and then starts the diesel heater and heats up the cab with diesel. The 10 liter tank lasts like half a winter, so I have to like fill it twice a winter, but I'm commuting quite a lot. Annually I put like 25,000 kilometers on the cars. On this one will be the same with this, of course. So it's pretty much fuel I'm saving by running on free electricity, basically, rather than giving away the electricity to the grid for nothing, or having to pay for giving away the electricity even. Then I can charge the cars. Yeah, it took a while to get used to the right-hand drive, but now I'm used to it. There are also some dents and shit. I'm gonna fix this during the summer. I mean, I'm not a professional body worker, but I'm gonna put some filler here and some spray paint, don't really care, it's work cars. And as I said, this one I'm gonna sell right now. A bit of touch up, paint and things like that, fixing and things, and then I'm gonna sell it. So right now I'm charging it from a completely normal plug here on 16 amps. So it's charging. There is 2 LEDs, 10 amp plus 6 amps is 16 amps. So 3.6 kilowatts, since we run 230 volts here. This one has a bigger charger. This one can charge 32 amps. A little bit homemade charge volt or charge amp set up here with resistors, so I can change how many amps. I'm gonna put a switch here and have the resistors inside later on. But the charger here, as you can see on the display, I don't know, it flickers a bit in the camera. I don't know if 30 amps right now. There you can see how many kilowatts is charging, 30 amps. The voltage is pretty low. That has to do with there is quite a big loss in the cable to this shed here. It's only 2.5 square millimeter cable, so yes, I am overloading it. I'm aware of that. Also, I have the solar panels on the shed here pushing in a little bit backwards, so it's not really 30 amps in the 2.5 square millimeter cable. That's 2.5 square is like a 12 gauge cable between the house and the shed. So yeah, I am overloading that cable right now. No worries, I have control over the situation here. Good, that's that. Cheap means of transportation without looking like a modern plastic dinky toy piece of shit electric Hyundai or whatever Kia or damn shit cars they have today. I refuse. This is the only thing I own from the wrong side of the millennium. As I said, I would rather prefer to have something from the 80s running on electricity. There was, but I mean, back in that days they had nickel cadmium batteries, which weren't so good, so the lithium ion batteries are a lot better. But I would like to swap some kind of small battery pack underneath the bed here. Small, like 15-20 kilowatt electric motor connected in between the transmission and the transfer case. So I have the transmission in neutral and then put in the power before the transfer case and drive the axles. So I can get like, would be fine with 50 kilometer range. That would be completely fine, since it would be hybrid, and it would also in some way I could connect it with a potentiometer on the gas pedal, so I can get the hybrid power, so I can get a little bit helping power to the diesel engine as well, and also regenerative braking in the downhills when I'm towing a trailer. I could charge the batteries. Yeah, I'm not at all against electrical vehicles, since it's quite high efficiency. You're not wasting so much energy. It has its downsides, of course. I mean, mining of the battery minerals isn't a good business. I think more Swedes should be aware of how that is done. We wouldn't like to have those mines on our backyards, for sure. But yeah, it's good to be aware of that. And it's also not very big batteries in these cars. It's like not like a Tesla Cybertruck or Humvee or whatever. That kind of battery pack is like 5 times the size of the battery pack here. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue changing the wheel bearing here, disassembly that shit, and see how much work that is. I have to press it out, so I'll have to get to my work to do that. So a short update. Yeah, maybe I can have a look inside the workshop, or it's quite messy in there right now, but yeah, I'm gonna set it up. I don't know if I showed the excavator in the last video. I think it's the only excavator from the 60s in Sweden with installed air conditioning. If you haven't seen the previous video about the diesel heater on the pickup truck, I can show you. There is the condenser. There is the evaporator unit up in the roof ceiling. Up there. And then the compressor is here, driven off the crankshaft pulley. And to compensate for the power loss, I added a turbo. There is a small Volvo D5 turbo, variable turbo geometry, which I haven't connected yet. I just set it for a fixed turbo geometry. I'm gonna have a manual control for that. Yeah, it's a toy basically, but I've been digging some wells with it. It works, although it's pretty slow. Hydraulics of those times weren't. It's a German brand, Atlas. Fully hydraulic, everything is hydraulic. So I know some of these older ones have a mechanical shaft going through the swivel with mechanical power down to the drive wheels, but this one has hydraulics. I don't know if that's better or not, but I rebuilt all the brakes on it, so it's pneumatic over hydraulics, so it's air pressure going down and converting it to hydraulic pressure to the wheels. This trailer is for sale as well. I made it myself in 2016. Have it for sale right now. Electric brakes, American axles, everything is built like an American design. But I have my American trailer over there, which can load 3 times more, so I don't have to have it. Yeah, it's a big mess here right now, but quite a good workshop. I'll turn the lights on. Here I'm rebuilding. This is an electric motor for the Renault Kangoo. Another one, I already replaced it because they have a weakness. They destroy the differentials. You see, if you are spinning quite a lot with just one wheel in the winter, if you're getting stuck and so on, that's pretty common in Sweden. If these ones have to work quite a lot, one of these spider gears will seize onto the shaft. The shaft will start rotating because there is a small cotter pin here which will just get damaged, and then it's going to expand this hole here. So now I made a new shaft. I turned the shaft, hardened it. It's made from tool steel. I've hardened it, and now I will weld around here on both sides to make it stronger. I purchased all new bearings, so I'm going to replace all the bearings in here. You see some chips. So all the new bearings, and then I'm going to put it together. So it's basically a single speed reduction gearbox in here. 3-phase electricity going into a 3-phase liquid cooled motor. So it's liquid cooled from from a system with a original radiator in front. Yeah, that's pretty much. Here I have, so the heating in here is a heat pump, but when the electricity is expensive, I'm running a propane heater from a propane bottle, old gasoline heater actually, Eberspecher gasoline heater, but I'm converting it to, or have converted it to propane, and the exhausts are running through a radiator, so whatever comes out here is like maximum 40 degrees warm. I can hold that pipe maximum 40 degrees. So all the condensation heat, latent heat of condensation, will be gained as well. So it's pretty efficient. Yeah, that's all for now. Was quite a long update. Let's hope you have time to view the whole video. I'm gonna continue with the cars here. See you.